What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to our weekly podcast. We are batting practice. I'm Josh. Jacob and Andrew are both here. We have a beautiful episode for you this evening. We are rocking on Sunday night. Got some football in today, repping the pack. Big win for the boys.
Big dub.
We absolutely
Woo!
destroyed the Lions. Michael
Meow.
Parsons looked fantastic. So I'm feeling great. How are we doing tonight, boys?
See, we talked about him last week, so we might as well talk about him this week. Real
First
quick.
game.
He had one sack right at the end, garbage time sack. Sure, that was great.
Whoa,
Didn't do like tackle wise specifically on the stat sheet, not gonna show up other than that sack too much. He was taking away linemen two or three at a time to allow
Yeah.
everyone else make the plays. They were double team, triple teaming him. It's crazy. Anyways, we don't need to get into it. I do have a football question for you guys in a second here, but we don't
oh,
need to get too much into football here. Primarily a baseball podcast, but it's the first day. It's the first day of football. Packers took an easy dub today. Lions looked not good. Not
No.
good. I wouldn't even say the Packers looked that great, if I'm being 100% honest. Jordan Love made some great throws, made a couple of questionable throws. Defense looked really good. Defense looked really good. But I think they could even be better. Just like the Brewers also sweeping the Pirates today. We're homers on this podcast. It's a good day to be a Wisconsin sports fan. Even the Badgers looked good.
Wow.
they
Yeah.
squeaked it out. They squeaked it
They
out.
looked better than the first week. That's all we can say about them right now.
Wait, Jacob, I have a baseball question for you ahead of
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
What's the current gap between the Brewers and the Cubs? I know you
Oh,
were pretty high on the Cubs making a comeback. How is that prediction
Okay,
coming?
whoa. I'm not even gonna answer that question because you said I was high on the Cubs.
Look at
When
the
on
short.
earth?
The
When
short.
on earth?
The short that
When
went
on
viral.
earth did
The
I
short that went
say I was
viral.
high on the Cubs?
The short that
When
went viral.
on earth did
I
I
will.
say I was high on the Cubs? This is not, no, no. I refuse to have the slander. I refuse to have the slander.
Well, then what's if you go, hey, check us out on Instagram. Jacob does amazing shorts there.
Which one? Which
Jacob,
one are
there's
you
a
looking at?
short where you're saying
That I
that
edited.
yes, that you edited. Yeah. It's pretty pro Cubs.
Ooh.
Yes,
Josh?
because I was trying to play the devil's advocate. The
Okay,
Cubs
fair.
team will click again. That's what it says right there. This Cubs team will click again. Whether it's now or in the postseason, it will click again. Does that mean
Are they clicking
they're
now?
7.5 games behind? No, but like their
I was
closer's
just
getting hurt. PCA's fouling balls off of his leg. Kyle Tucker's on the IL, or not on the IL, but he's day to day. They'll click again. You have to be worried about the Cubs coming the postseason. I'll still maintain that stance. Absolutely. I not once did I say I was high on the Cubs.
okay. Okay. There's a difference. I agree. There is a nuance to what you said. Uh, but good clarification. I saw the short myself and I was like, okay, wait. I know we there's context to it, but when you clipped it and you just watched the clip, it's like, wait, is this dude like on high on the Cubs?
Yeah, well, okay. This is like just make sure everything you see on Instagram, just make sure you're like reading it and getting everything out of it that you need to. Here, posted from John Boy today about this is John Schneider, Blue Jays
Hmm.
manager, talking about Yankees stealing signs. And they even provided video evidence. Look at Judge raise his arms right there.
Yeah.
Snyder, quote, they were relaying pitches. They are good at it. MLB knows the Yankees are good at it, and when they have something, we have to do a better job making sure we are not giving anything away. So he was saying, like, yeah, they're doing it and it's legal. Nothing we can do about it. First comment, oh, it's gone now. Oh, it's gone now. Okay. Well, the first comment when I read it was something along the lines of classic complaining, like Blue Jays fans complaining about this or
Hmm.
that, or yeah. And it's like, no, did you even read the quote? Did you even listen to his quote? He was congratulating the Yankees for doing what they were doing and hoping that his team can fix it in the future, which, as an MLB club, definitely teams will figure out a way to fix sign stealing in the future. So just make sure you're watching the whole thing through, listening to my words. Not
That's why you
once
listen to the
I said
podcast. That's why I listen to the
It's true.
podcast. Get the whole
It's true.
context.
Long
the
form.
the Brewers were it was 5.5 games, maybe five with the tiebreaker. And I said the Cubs still have a chance to win the division. Not once did I say I think they will win the division. Not once did I say I'm high on the Cubs. So
Okay.
we'll leave it at
Okay.
that. We'll leave it at that. Or call me out. Maybe I'm lying. You never know. Go back. Go back and read. Go back and listen to the episode.
Yeah, listen to it. Let's listen to it. Yeah.
Twist my words. Um,
You're the one that clipped it.
Yeah.
but I'm not clipping what you said I clipped. We're moving past. We're moving past.
All right.
Back to football. We had a great game today for the Packers, but we had a game on Thursday and Friday to start off the season. That was kind of strange, wasn't it? Well, we had Travis Kelce's first game as an engaged man.
Oh
We
yeah,
did.
are we talking about it finally?
Gotta mention Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. No one's asked the question yet. At least that I've seen. I feel like these reels should be going viral. Maybe ours will. But
Okay.
I feel like I haven't seen anyone ask the question, will Travis Kelce's season be better than last year? Because last year he had an okay season, not like the best Travis Kelce season you've ever seen. But now that he's engaged, will Travis Swift have a better season than he's had in the past? He only had two receptions in the first game. He only had two
Touchdown.
receptions, but he had
Touchdown.
47 yards. Hey, two receptions, 47 yards, and a touchdown in the first game. It's pretty much what you're supposed to do as a tight end. And he's out there doing what he's doing now as an engaged man. Nosh, you're the biggest Swifty out of all of us here. What do you
Actually, I
Yeah.
don't think that's true. I went
You
to the
think
Eras tour.
do
I
you
also
you
went to the
actually in fact
Eras
you guys are
tour.
both married and I'm not. Did your performance at your jobs get better after you got engaged?
I don't know where that question was going about performance after being married. Um,
That's pause.
yeah, pause. Um, I can't say that there's like a direct correlation. I was still in grad school, so I guess the quote unquote distraction of the wedding was no longer there. So I guess I was more focused on school after I was married. But I
No, but
don't know.
engaged. Oh, okay.
Oh, engaged.
They're not married yet.
I was I couldn't even tell you. It was a long time ago. No, we got engaged. I wasn't technically working when we got engaged because I just graduated college. So
You still were in school
there's
though.
no
Yeah.
what?
You
You were
still were
in
in
school.
school.
You think
No,
you
I
did
Grad school.
better?
graduated. I
Did you do
graduated.
better on tests at when you were engaged than
It was
before you were
I'm grad.
engaged?
Okay,
I'm
wait. What about
yes,
the handicap?
maybe.
What about the handicap? How'd that turn out? Golf swing,
Great, great.
Yeah.
add a few
Better
miles per
golfer
hour to
now
that swing.
than better golfer now than when you before you
Before
had
I
a
was
ring on your
engaged.
finger.
Yeah, absolutely. All directly correlated. But to Travis Kelce's point, I think he's gonna have a better year. Why not? Why not? They take one distraction off of the table in terms of being engaged. That's more legitimate than just a girlfriend. Um, so I feel like people will be less on his case about it. So he's gonna have a better year.
Better
Why
year.
not? He
Yeah.
had what, 50 yards and a touchdown, even though he only
40,
had
50
two
yards and
catches?
touchdown.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me. It's better than my entire fantasy team did this week. So
I'll say
Do you,
this. I wish I took Travis Kelce on my fantasy team.
there you go.
do you think he gets more dollar per yard or Taylor gets more dollar per lyric per word?
It's a
It's a
loaded
good question.
question.
I know you got to think about that one for a second.
Yeah,
Should we move on? I
Taylor.
think we need to get back to the baseball
yeah,
here.
But
Taylor.
she's gonna be better, man.
You
But
think Andrew? You
Chuck,
think Travis Kelce's going to have a better season this year? Travis Swift,
yes. Wait, but guys, do you know of the romance that never was?
the romance that never was.
Our very own Christian Yelich was asked which pop star he wanted to marry. This was a couple years ago,
You
long
did say that.
before the Travis Taylor engagement.
He
His
was on
answer,
the Marlins. Or
yes, he was on the
yeah,
Marlins. Yes.
yeah.
His answer was Taylor Swift. Should have made the bracelet,
We
Yelich.
said,
Should have
we
made the
said,
bracelet.
we said
Should have
on the
made the
pod,
bracelet,
We
man.
said it on the podcast too.
he's the baseball equivalent.
We said it
Could
on
have
the
been.
podcast. We said it.
And he
Let's see. Let's look
actually,
it up.
we kind of nailed it, boys. We nailed it.
Maybe he should go after Sabrina Carpenter.
Ooh. Yep.
Christian Yelich and Sabrina Carpenter.
September, in fact, almost 2 years ago, which MLB player would Taylor Swift date?
There you go.
There we go.
September
Yep.
28th, 2023.
Confirmed. He's down. He's down.
Confirmed.
Did we get any comments on this?
Wait, did Yelich comment on it? Did he say it's true?
You know
Yeah.
what?
Repost
Should I
it.
re-upload it?
Yeah,
2 years
re-upload
later?
that.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It's been making waves.
The
It's
editing,
been
the
making
editing's
waves.
gotten better. I will say the editing in the past 2 years has gotten a little bit better.
There you go.
But yeah, maybe we'll have to check that out again, re-upload it. But yeah, let's move on to baseball here because we're talking about nothing and everything at the same time. We haven't talked about Sorare in so long, I feel like.
So rare.
But they finally put out a nice little postseason update for us, which we'll get to in a second. But before we get to this update, we got to talk about actually specifically one MLB update that could be coming in the next few years. And we ever so slightly touched on it. It's almost like an old topic now because it's a few weeks old, but expansion. Expansion has been a swirling word, you could say, in people's minds in baseball, players and fans' minds alike over the past couple of years. And Manfred basically said, yes, we are expanding. Just straight up said it. Was it during the Little League World Series too or something crazy like that? Like, it wasn't even during
Stealing
a
the
Major
spotlight.
League Baseball game. Yeah.
Stealing the spotlight.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, we're going to expand. So my question for you guys is, Andrew, you live in Chicago. You got 2 baseball teams. Andrew, you're from Milwaukee. You technically got 3 baseball teams. Nash, you live outside of Milwaukee. You got a baseball team. I live in
Stockton.
Charlotte. We got a AAA team. That's it. What city do you guys think? What city do you guys want to put MLB's first expansion team in? They would probably expand 2 more, but what city do you think fits? Because I think Charlotte would be a great fit, except they already have the Knights, the AAA team. So that would be a little bit of a weird competition thing going on with that. They'd have to build a whole new stadium and everything. But I have a couple other cities to list off for you guys, and I wonder if any of them stick out to you. We have Charlotte, Nashville, Portland, Salt Lake City, Mexico City, and Montreal. Some little wild cards there at the end, but Mexico City, Montreal, probably cross those right off the bat. Cross them off right off the bat. But I threw them on the list for fun. Imagine another team in a different country. That might make travel really hard. And a lot of people might not want that. Maybe that's too difficult. Bring a team back to Montreal.
I think Mexico.
Bring a
I
team
think
back to
Mexico.
Montreal. Why not? Bring back the Expos 2. Montreal or Mexico City, yeah. What could they be? Las Aguilas. They could be the Eagles
There you go.
of Mexico City. So I think those 2 are probably lower down the list, though. But Charlotte, Nashville, Portland, Salt Lake City are the 4 main cities I'm seeing. Charlotte has a whole bunch of business going on. People say it doesn't have too much culture. It's kind of like a mixture of everything. You got your natives here from the South. You got your good barbecue and all that stuff, your good East Coast, North Carolina barbecue. Then you got your people that moved here. So there's a whole bunch of good cultural stuff, great food to have here. Could say the same about all these cities. Nashville, could say that probably even more than Charlotte. Portland, never been. Heard great things, heard it's very weird. And Salt Lake City, I've been through, landed in your airport, very nice airport. And because in Salt Lake City, they do alcohol kind of weird, we went to a mixed soda shop. That was pretty cool. So instead of doing like mixed drinks with alcohol, they do mixed drinks with soda. It's pretty great. Would recommend if you're in Utah. What do you think?
Yeah.
Any of those cities catch your eye, or you're like, nah, we don't need expansion. I'm an old curmudgeon. I don't like change.
I got
I
one that's
think
not even
they're
on your list.
All right, say
oh,
it.
oh.
Jacob, I don't think Charlotte is the number one North Carolina city to get a baseball team.
You think
I
Raleigh's
think
coming up?
Raleigh. I think
Oh, I'd be
Raleigh.
okay with it.
I
I'd
think
move to
Raleigh.
Raleigh. I'd move to
According to
Raleigh.
bookies, the odds makers have Raleigh ahead of Charlotte for
Ooh,
likeliest city to get in the next
that's
MLB
what I'm
team.
saying because the Knights kind of already take up the baseball here.
See, the thing that's interesting about that is all the other cities listed also have minor league teams.
Right. Nashville
Nashville has the
has the
Sounds,
Sounds.
Portland has the Sea Dogs or Cucumbers or
They also have the Pickles,
the Pickles. That's what it is.
they're more like a,
I don't think Salt Lake City has a minor league team, but
they might.
all the other teams do. All the other cities do, I mean. I think Nashville's the front runner. I think Nashville's getting a
It
team.
is.
Yeah.
And then if they wanted to, Nashville's a little bit more central. So they could add another East Coast team, which in my opinion, Charlotte would be the number one city on the East Coast, or they could go west. I think Salt Lake City would be slightly better than Portland. I've never been to either, but Portland doesn't feel as like baseball driven or sport driven compared to Salt Lake City. I believe that's where the expansion for the hockey team was,
Yep.
Salt Lake City. So
Yep.
they just got a new hockey team.
They
It's
just
kind
named
of,
them, I
they just
think.
named them. So they're excited. They're excited about sports, professional sports coming to town. Why not
Or
throw
they
a
haven't
baseball
named them
team
yet.
there too? The Utah Hockey Club.
The Mammoth.
Mammoth.
Hmm.
Yes,
Kind of
the
sick.
A
Mammoth.
mammoth. Okay.
It's kind of sick.
That's a sick name.
Sure.
Um, Also shout out the Salt Lake Bees AAA baseball team. They do have a
Mm.
AAA team in Salt Lake.
There you go. So all those cities have them already. So I think, I don't know, it's just part of the process where either they get moved or you just make room for a professional team too.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think you're right. I think especially if they put one in Nashville, sorry Raleigh, sorry Charlotte, sorry all of North Carolina, they're not putting two teams on the East Coast. It really wouldn't make sense for division and it really wouldn't make sense for travel. So, sorry to us, I guess. Sorry to me. It's okay. We still got the Brewers. We're good. We're good, but won't be able to attend any major league games anytime soon. It's all good. Maybe it will come to Charlotte. Maybe it'll come to Portland. Maybe it'll come to a whole different country. We don't know. We'll find out. What do you say? Should we talk some Sorare, boys?
Yes,
Let's do it.
sir.
All right.
The
Well,
chase.
the chase. It's
It's on.
back. 2025 MLB postseason. We finally got an update September 2nd. They posted 2025 MLB postseason. The trophy chase isn't given. Go chase it. Except they're not calling it the championship chase this year. So
Hmm.
it's just the chase, not the championship chase.
It's the chase.
But they're calling it the championship chase. But then they're just calling it the championship. And then in some parts, it's listed as the chase. We'll figure it out. It doesn't matter what it's called. All you need to know, number one thing going into the so rare MLB postseason, they're adding new cards, postseason edition cards. Every postseason edition card is first and foremost going to come with a 7.5% scoring boost. So, hey, everyone's going to get that scoring boost. But if you have more of those cards in your lineup, you'll get a little bit of a scoring boost. But really, where we need to focus on when it comes to these new postseason edition cards is that in the championship chase, you will need at least two postseason edition cards in limited and rare, not for super rare and unique. So for all the whales out there, can exhale, can blow whole, I guess you could, yeah,
There we go.
that's how whales do it. But for the limited competitions and for the rare competitions, you'll need at least two postseason edition cards in your lineup to even enter the championship chase. So I guess that starts off the discussion right away. How do we feel about that? You're going to have to get more cards into your team real quick if you want to be a part of this, the chase, the new chase. We don't even know what the rewards are yet. Should we look at the rewards first before we make this decision? Or let's get an initial reaction. New cards, how we feel.
that's how they make money. So
Yeah,
I
okay,
mean
okay,
that's
okay.
we need this like we were saying before we hit record, like the 80K is gonna come from somewhere. So
Hmm.
I mean if you wanna play, like you gotta open up your wallet. Um I personally would rather just do all in season, but I get the idea, Sawyer's gotta make money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the argument would be that we already did open up our money to play all year, or our wallets, I mean, with new season cards for Champion, and now we're making us buy more new cards that won't hold their value after the 4 weeks of the postseason. So, uh, unless you're planning on winning some of these rewards, it's kind of a tough investment to make at this point in the season. At least if you're investing in new season cards at the beginning of the year, you're investing in them for the entirety of the year. For these cards, you're really only investing in them through the month of October,
That's if you're
which is
lucky too.
that's if you're
Yeah.
lucky.
That's if
If
you're
you make it to the World
If they
Series,
make
yeah.
yeah.
it to the next round,
Yeah.
absolutely.
That's if they get lucky.
Your two cards could lose in the first round, and then you invest in them for one game week. That's
Yeah.
tough. That's tough. That's a tough tough investment to make.
So you're buying two relievers, is what you're saying.
Probably, honestly.
Yeah, that's actually not a bad idea. Yeah.
That's
Or
yeah.
starter. Or a
Hmm.
starter.
Hmm. Hmm. It's probably the way to go. We'll talk about that in a sec. But yeah, so new cards, you're gonna have to keep an eye out for them, and if you want to enter the championship chase, you're gonna need them. But like you guys said, yeah, it's another way to open up your wallet. Now, what I will say is that the limited weekly competition does have a solid cash reward associated with, and the cumulative for the entire postseason. First place, you're getting $2,000. You're getting 2 grand. That's solid too.
It's not bad.
Yeah, but no card rewards. Not a single card reward. Not only across the championship chase, but also across normal competitions too. Across challenger, across minors, across daily. No card rewards. How do we feel about that? Anyone?
No cards. No
No cards,
cards.
yeah. So I guess my thoughts would be right off the bat is that I'm okay with it because we've won in-season cards in the past during the postseason, and sometimes they're not even usable if they're A, out of the playoffs, or B, not on a playoff team to begin with, or they aren't usable for very long with their in-season requirements because it's the postseason and the season ends in a few weeks anyways. So I'm kind of okay with it actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Like you said.
Mm-hmm. Essence is gonna be big. A lot of rewarding essence. I already gave my stance on crafting. I don't really like it, but a lot of essence to be won. A lot of essence to be had out there. First place in the unique cumulative for the entire postseason competition, $10,000 for unique. That's sick. Second place, 5. Third place, 2. There's not going to be that many people competing in unique.
Probably not.
What if you just said YOLO?
How much would you need?
Throw a couple grand at some unique cards that are in the playoffs, and if you accumulate a good score,
Let's just see. What do
because
you
there's
think
got
the
to be some
lowest,
cheap
the
unique.
cheapest
I bet the
unique?
cheapest unique maybe like $80.
No.
You think it's
You
more?
think that? You think?
I don't know. I've actually that's a good.
I've
You
never
know what?
looked. I've
I have
never
no
looked.
idea.
Never
All right.
gone full whale.
What's
Jacob
the
says 80. I haven't looked. I'll say 200 US dollars.
I'm gonna go in the middle, 150.
Okay, there's only 4 available.
Oh, so you
Oh,
You can
definitely
get
could have used a strat.
boys. Well, actually no. There's 4 available. Josh Rojas.
Okay,
hmm.
not
Does
on a
not
playoff team.
not apply. You can get him for $114.
Okay.
Wow.
A guy very near and dear to our hearts, Blake Perkins,
Ooh,
Oh,
$292.
he'll probably start in the
wow.
postseason.
Absolutely. He'll make some noise.
Yeah, you're
Maybe.
probably not gonna. Never mind. There's not enough unique cards on the market.
There's not
No,
enough
it's not gonna
cards.
happen. It's not gonna happen. Unique cumulative and unique weekly are only open if you already have unique cards because you're probably not entering it already. Don't have the cards. But yeah, so I guess I keep mentioning cumulative is just a cumulative score for your cards. throughout the entire postseason, and first through 50th are going to win some money. 50th place winning $75. Hey, not bad. Would 50th place in the championship chase last year have won you like a tier 0 worth $75? No. So I think it's a better award. I think so. I don't know. I could be totally wrong about distribution there. But yeah, um, has me excited and not like crazy, crazy pumped up, but I'm excited for it so far. So far, at least. So that's basically where we stand on the So Rare postseason. Now, yes, there are still ways to play if you don't want to purchase the new cards. Also, if you don't own any in-season cards, which by now, if you're this far into the season, doesn't really make any sense. But if you don't own any in-season cards, or if you haven't purchased any, you can still enter the championship chase with energized past season cards as long as you have those two postseason cards. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. But yeah. Also, there will be challenger and minors and dailies alongside the championship chase where you don't need in-season requirements. You don't need postseason requirements. Challenger, you don't need energy. Minors, you don't need energy. Daily Derby, 5 energy per card. That's nothing. I have energy stacked up to the wazoo right now. So daily, I might have some fun playing daily during the postseason. But what's interesting, across all of these lineups, championship, challenger, minors, daily, you're only allowed one entry after being allowed
Ooh.
2 to 3 in every competition.
Okay.
So it's one lineup. You're
Hmm.
sticking with that lineup for the whole week.
Wow.
The
Well,
entire week. Yeah. The weeks are also broken down, by the way. I would recommend going to the So Rare website, the blog post, or you can access it via the Discord, and checking out their calendar that they have posted because that describes how the weekly competitions are rounded up. But yeah, one entry per line or one lineup per competition. How do we feel about that? Because I have a lot of cards. I have a lot of So Rare cards.
I mean, it's gonna force you to pick your best ones, but yeah, I'm like, man, I have so many cards I would wish I could play. Obviously, initially, when all the teams are around, you're gonna have a lot of options. Over time, though, like, you're probably only gonna have so many cards left.
it's true. I think it makes sense for the later rounds for sure, where you don't want one person having three of each card of the remaining teams, and that will help kind of not water down the rewards or who's winning at least. So it definitely makes sense given the that a lot of teams won't be in it. So a lot of cards won't be usable.
Right.
For daily, we don't have the reward system. I don't I don't know if it's changing compared to what it
I'm
is right now.
I also noticed that and my brain just I guess assumed that since there's no graphic posted about the daily competition that it's just going to be the same minus the card
It
Yeah,
would just be
giveaway.
all essence.
All essence, yeah.
Sure.
we'll see.
Minors I'm a little bit disappointed in.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Minors only ranks 1 through 15. 1 through 15
Yeah, that's not a lot.
are winning limited essence. Sure, the common essence is great. You can buy a whole bunch of new postseason cards with it and up your minors, but the only thing you're attempting to win is essence. I wish there's got to be like some sort of. I wish there was a better minor competition. Some sort of, even if it was like first place gets 250, second place gets 100, third place gets 50. But instead, we're just getting that with essence. So minor, they kind of murdered minors here. Well, don't take that out of context. They kind of they
Clipped.
they
See,
Clipped,
this is what I'm
clipped,
talking about.
yikes
clipped.
yikes.
Clipped.
They yeah, it's not going to be as exciting as it was throughout the year because I really did enjoy it as it was the common card aspect, winning all the limited essence, and I did get to craft a bunch of cards even if they weren't that great. So interesting. 1 through 15. 15
Yeah,
people out of thousands are going to win limited essence. They can use ever so slightly, just a little bit of limited essence. I don't know. First place gets 200. It's not even like first place gets a card's worth of essence. They only get
A
200.
fifth of a card. Not
Yeah,
even close to a card. Not
right?
even half of a card. It's crazy.
What happened? What happened?
Crazy.
guys, I don't think you should spend any more essence. I think if you're spending essence right now, I think that's a big mistake.
Hmm.
The
Should you?
carryover is the
Okay.
biggest part of this update that I'm excited about. I
All
think
right.
I think unless even energy, because we one of the biggest updates is at the very bottom, essence and energy extended to the 2026 season. All unused essence and energy will roll over into MLB 2026. However, again, we have the 7,000 cap. If you're at 7,000, my God, that's amazing. Good for you. But as for some of us that have been crafting cards a lot, I don't think I'm going to craft another card. I don't think you should.
Yeah. To say it. Assuming that you are able to use the essence next year to craft new season cards
Yeah.
next year,
Yep.
which it sounds like that's the case, definitely save it and carry over as much as you can, for sure.
Yeah.
I'm just going to hoard essence this month, guys. Like,
Yeah.
honestly, like, that kind of made me like because we've reached a point now where crafting an in-season card is just not worth it anymore. It's, fractions of a dollar if you're lucky. In playable, it's only the utility is this month, and then 5/7 of a team because that card is likely not going to be a postseason edition. So it's but now I do think it's 100% like honestly, Essence right now might be more valuable than at
Yeah.
any points, but assuming you have to wait until April of next year to use it.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because if you wait until April of next year to use it, even if you craft a tier 3 or a tier
Oh,
4, they will have more value than a tier 3 or a tier 4 has now. Like
True.
infinitely more value. They can be usable, they can be sellable, they can be tradable. But now, if you have a tier 3 or tier 4 and they're not on a postseason team, no one's going to buy it if you list it on the market. It's just that plain and simple. So, I like that idea of saving essence. Energy, I might burn a lot of energy during the postseason.
yeah. Yeah. Burn energy to win Essence.
Exactly. And stack essence for 2026.
Because is that a whole lineup? If you saved seven,
7,000? Yeah.
7,000, that's a whole lineup.
As assuming they keep the same crafting system next year.
That's a good point. Yeah, we don't know that. We don't know what 7,000. They could, if enough people do this, they could just be like, "Oh crap, yeah, everyone's gonna craft seven
Everyone.
cards on
Yeah.
day one."
Yeah.
That's gonna really mess things up. I hope they thought this through,
Yeah,
but
right.
that's what everyone should do. Like you can literally create your an in-season lineup if you hoard your essence through the end of the year. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah. I'm thinking they're assuming that most people don't have that much, but even champion right now is 4 new season cards, correct?
Yeah, that's a good point. You just need
So you
4,000.
only need 4,000, and then you can use energy for the other ones that you're also carrying over. So
Yeah.
Hmm.
interesting strategy.
Yeah. Hmm. Now make it transferable between sports.
Ooh,
At least American sports. Soccer's got its whole thing going on.
that's true.
Make the crafting system the same between baseball and basketball. That's all I'm saying.
NBA.
It because ima imagine winning 20 essence in NBA, you'd be pumped. You would be
It's true.
stoked. If you won
So
20
pumped.
essence in a game week in Sorare MLB, you'd be like, my game week sucked.
It's true. It's very, very true.
By the way, I still have those limited or those rare essence. I have 20 rare essence that I can't use
I
because I
love that.
don't play rare, but I got them out of the stupid
Soar,
box.
why? Why, Soar? Why? Make that make sense.
Let me trade them in for limited essence.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a good one for you, so rare. let us buy essence with other essence. Not common,
Sure. Trade
but
down.
let us
Trade down.
trade down at least. Yes. I would say you could even if you bought 100 rare essence for 1,000 limited,
Okay. Interesting. That's an interesting
little
idea.
10% downgrade right there, but you got rare essence versus limited essence, or vice versa. If you have 100 rare essence, you could trade down and say get 250.
Yeah.
So
Makes
that
sense.
way you're not getting the full 10%, or I guess 90% on the other end, because Sorare is going to eat some. There's a tax you got to pay. But a way to trade essence amongst maybe, now that I'm thinking about it, the way whales win essence with uniques, maybe that's a bad idea.
I was gonna say, yeah, they're
Maybe
gonna
that's
get
a
a
bad idea.
million, a
Maybe it's a
million
bad
limited
idea.
essence.
Yeah.
1-to-1 trade down. No multiplier.
1-to-1. Yeah.
Sure.
They can
Why
take
not?
their 1,000 unique essence and make it limited.
Yeah. And
That would be
complete rare
crazy.
card,
Don't
right?
do
That is
that.
true. That is true. Oh,
Yeah, because I don't know what to do with that essence. It's just
Yeah,
trade.
save your essence. If you're listening, save your essence.
Yeah.
good point.
Yeah. I
Absolutely.
think that's a
Do not craft.
good statement here to make at the end, because that's pretty much the end of the update article. The chase is on. The moment is yours, it says. This is it. The 2025 Sorare MLB Championship is here, and the road to October glory starts now. October glory. Milwaukee Brewers' best record in baseball. Will they see October glory for the first time in history? Will one of us hit podium on the championship chase? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. What's more
I don't know
likely?
what's more
What's
likely.
more likely? Brewers win the World Series or one of us wins top 3 cumulative?
Probably the
Probably
Brewers
the
winning the World
Brewers.
Series.
Yeah, honestly,
Oh
yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah. With how my server has been going, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Although Josh, you
100%.
can't talk. You actually are good at Sorare, so we should be
I
asking you.
That's
one
true.
podium is
Doesn't
not.
Hey,
matter. I've
that
gotten 0
That's true.
podiums.
That is true.
So it's like winning a fantasy football league. You won, so
That
don't
is
worry.
true. I can't complain
Just
with
gotta give us the
my
tips. Give
champion
us
two
tips.
lineup. That's my tip.
Champion 2. Okay.
Yep.
Take
Champ
champion 2,
two.
make that champion 1.
mm,
Yep.
Okay. All right.
Set it second, even though it's maybe better.
yeah.
Okay.
Set
Okay.
it second. Player
Set it
second. Your
second.
players that you think are going to be good in your first
Don't.
lineup and aren't actually good, and players
Yep.
that you don't think are good in your second lineup and they're
Yep.
actually good.
Exactly.
hmm
Hmm.
Like, for
This is
example, the
thinking.
Brewers not playing Yelich or Churio or Frelick and then scoring 9 runs off of my rookie of the year pick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Tough.
yeah.
Tough.
Yikes.
Well,
Tough. Pirates are bad.
before we get into this day in history, we have to just real quick. We have to talk about it on the podcast because it's one of the most comical things I've seen on a baseball field. But I'm watching. You got the notification, the no hitter notification. It pops up. Yoshinobu Yamamoto no hitter through 7. All right, I'll throw it on. Quick eighth inning. Very quick eighth inning. I think it was like less than 8 pitches. Like, this dude's on fire. He's gonna throw no hitter. The first one. Finally, we haven't had one this year, right?
That
Not one.
I don't
yeah,
think
I don't think
so.
so.
Not
Yeah.
one. And Yoshi's finally gonna do it. First out. Boom. Second out. Boom. Jackson Holliday at the plate. 2-1 count. Launches it. See you later, baseball. Dodgers are up 3-1, but it doesn't matter. Who cares if the game's over at this point? Because Jackson Holliday just ruined the no hitter. And by then, most people probably turned the game off and went to bed because they didn't have to watch the rest of the game. No hitter's gone. They took out Yamamoto, went out to a standing ovation. It was great. Well, The Dodgers brought in Blake Trinan, and what does he do? Gives up the bases loaded. So all of a sudden, Yamamoto was 2 strikes away from a no-hitter. Now it's 3-1. And the base, oh no, sorry, it was a guy on second and third. And all of a sudden loaded the bases. And they're like, well, this
What?
isn't good. This isn't good. What happens? He walks and a run scores. And all of a sudden it's 3-2. Dodgers, okay, sure, whatever. Manuel Rivera, absolute legend, steps up to the plate. They bring in lefty Tanner Scott. Rivera, if I remember correctly, was 0 on the night. He might have had a hit, now that I think about it. But either way, Tanner Scott steps in. Manuel Rivera at the bat. What does he do? Liner right up the middle for a walk-off single against the Los Angeles Dodgers. The Baltimore Orioles, one of the most confusing teams of 2025. Jackson Holliday, former Rookie of the Year candidate, having a better season than he did to start off, that's for sure. Breaking up a no-hitter. That goes down in your memory book, absolutely. But how about that? The Dodgers end up losing a game which they had a no-hitter. They were 2 strikes away from a no-hitter, and they were up 3 runs. They were up 3. So would highly recommend checking out the highlights of that game if you guys haven't. If you haven't. Now,
This was after Tanner Scott gave up a walk-off home run the night before.
he did give up a walk-off home run.
So 2 in a row. He gave up 2 walk-offs in a row.
Mm-hmm.
Not really his fault the second night, but still. Tough stretch for Tanner Scott. Former Oriole, Tanner Scott.
Yep. So there you have it. Dodgers, not as good as last year? Or will they just show up in the playoffs? They're inevitable. We already said that last week. They're inevitable. They'll show up in the playoffs. It's fine. They're fine. You're fine.
True.
It was kind of funny watching Dave Roberts kind of like congratulate Yamamoto. What a great game. And then a few minutes later, having the camera switch to him again, like walking off the field losing or walking back in the dugout. So funny. So funny. But let's throw it back a little bit this year now. And let's throw it back from Dave Roberts to Robin Roberts. You ever heard of Robin Roberts?
Robin
Ooh,
Roberts.
look him up. He's a Phillies
Robin
Hall
Roberts.
of Famer. He's a Phillies Hall of Famer, yeah. And I was doing my research on this yesterday, September 6th is when I was doing this research. So we're going to do this day in history with September 6th, 1952. Phillies, Robin Roberts. Like I said, he's a Hall of Famer now. Through a 17-inning complete game against the Braves.
Whoa.
17 innings.
My gosh.
Now you're like, wow, that was sick. Did he throw a 17-inning shutout, a 17-inning no-hitter? He gave up 18 hits,
Wow.
gave up 6 runs, 5 earned, and he only struck out 5 batters.
Oh my God.
That's what?
Jeez.
So in 17 innings, no, he did not throw a complete, well, he did throw a complete game, but he did not throw a shutout. He did not throw a no-hitter. He didn't even come close. 18 hits. He faced 71 total batters and finally tied 6-6 going into the bottom of the 17th inning. The Phillies walked it off with a home run.
Wow. So
And
he got
what's
the
crazy, he got the win. What's
Oh my
crazy is that if this walk-off home run wouldn't have happened, he probably would have gone out and thrown more.
win. Wow.
But after the game was over, it was estimated that he threw over 250 total pitches. And to put that in context, Gavin Williams of the Guardians this year has the most pitches in a game with 126. So exactly
Wow.
half. So imagine him
crazy.
throwing another game in the same game.
Wow.
That's what Robin Roberts did. So
Just-
shout out to him, September 6, 1952. Now, what's crazier still is I looked up what's the most innings that anyone has ever thrown in a baseball game. This I used AI, so this could be wrong. But what AI told me, guess the over under on most innings that someone's ever thrown. Hint, it's higher than 17
Oh, in a game?
in a game.
19?
20?
26
What?
in the 18 like 70s or something.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
26.
Oh
Imagine
jeez.
like this is
It
without
has to be
any
different
record.
rules.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, definitely. Like teams spitting on the balls and stuff like that. And
They're playing
yeah,
like cricket. They're
yeah.
like, oh, this is an end. Or
1870s
like,
baseball was different. Was different.
that's
They kept record
18th.
on like the side of a cow with a quail pen or
Yeah,
something.
exactly.
But we had the
Exactly.
gold standard though, boys. We had the gold standard.
Oh man, that's wild.
Yeah,
The
so
little
Crazy.
Robin
silver.
Roberts did it in the modern-ish era, which I think is very impressive.
Painful. Can't even imagine
Hmm.
how his arm felt for the next like month.
He probably went out and threw the next game 3 days later.
Probably. You're probably right. It's crazy. Absolutely wild. All right, boys. What do you say?
Let's dill it up. Let's dill it up.
Did we talk about
Do it
any
up.
players today?
We said Blake Trinan.
Blake Trinan. We could do
Oh
Blake
yeah.
Trinan, or we could do Jackson Holliday. Jackson Holliday maybe a little bit more.
That's true.
Yeah,
He
we'll
did
take
the
the
walk off.
positive side of that.
Two L's, two L's. Matt Holliday's son, Jackson Holliday. Ethan Holliday, ooh, second
Okay.
baseman, hit his
Second
first
baseman?
professional home run the other day in single A.
Hell yeah. Nice. What a legend.
Righty,
So it's
righty, who is older, plays second base, and plays in the AL Central, West, or the NL East. Second baseman from the USA.
Nimmo? No, Nimmo's third, right? Or second?
Nimmo's a lefty, is the
Mm,
problem.
mm.
Um, hmm.
Is it Trey Turner?
Turner's a shortstop.
Shortstop.
Bryson Stott?
Could be Stott. He's a
Stott's a
lefty.
lefty.
Stupid lefties. Too
Probably
many.
not the Phillies. Probably not the Braves.
Okay, well, it could be an
Um,
AL
Okay.
team.
Yeah,
Could be
it
an
could be
AL team too.
AL
true.
Central. Could be.
Um, AL Central.
Oh,
The Guardian,
I
it could
don't
be a
think so.
Twin, White Sox,
It could be
Tiger.
also the AL West.
Oh yeah, West.
So like, huh, huh.
Huh.
Nothing's really hidden in
Yeah,
my
nothing's
brain.
jumping out at
Nothing's
all.
really jumping out. Okay,
Let's try to get the division
okay,
that we can
okay.
get.
Just say like, just
How about
say,
Langoliers?
yeah. That's a
Sure.
good age. That's a good age.
It's the
Oh,
Oh,
A's.
oh,
oh,
oh.
wow.
A's
Okay.
second baseman.
It's not Jacob Wilson. It's not Nick Kurtz.
Who's
It's
their second
It's not Brent
baseman?
Rooker.
no, it's not Brent Rooker. It's
Is Geloff a lefty?
Zach Geloff. Yes, he's a righty.
Oh,
That's a good
bang.
guess.
There we go. Bang.
He was hurt like all year. Like he just started playing.
I dislike this pickle. He was hurt all year.
He literally started playing like a week or two
That's a
ago,
good
I'm
guess.
pretty
We
sure.
still got in three. We still got in three. That's a really good
Wow.
guess.
That's pretty
That's
good.
crazy considering he was not their second baseman like all year. Wow.
Shame.
I wouldn't have
MLB.
known that if I didn't have his card, his rare card.
Oh,
Oh, his
wow. Whale.
rare card.
Whale.
It was a reward from last year.
Whale.
Well,
Well,
they don't call me humpback for nothing.
mm. All right.
Mm.
That's crazy.
That
Well,
is crazy.
there you have it. Don't forget to leave us a rating wherever you're listening to the podcast. Let us know what you think of the upcoming Sorare playoff chase. Are you excited for it? You're not excited for it? What do you think? Go check and see if Jacob is a Cub fan on our Instagram.
It's
Let us
true.
know. Let us know what he said. Um, Go subscribe to the YouTube. Do all those things. We appreciate the support. But until next week, you just attended batting practice. Now you're ready to get in the game. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.